Hey everybody, welcome back to Jess Plays Tokyo Dark. I'm about to do some more intel for this week on the mask. Somebody didn't stop me, so I guess we're gonna continue talking. Yasuhisa. The historian, Yasuhisa. Welcome, come in. Do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yasuhisa? Takashi told me to come speak with you. I like how we're like on first name basis with like everybody. Oh? Now is Mr. Kawana. Still prickly as ever, I suppose? I have always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know? And what does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? I'm looking into a few things related to the Kamenkai, the group his family got mixed up with. Ah, more difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is a religious group formed by the Guru Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order, over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Kamenkai, the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. Ah, that explains many things, child. Far off look in your eyes, for one. Imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, and yet a mask cannot lie or contort itself to hide the truth. Somebody... I just realized! Oh my god! We are almost into, or perhaps are, into, new Yami Shibai season! Yay! Oh yeah! I gotta tell Steph friend. We gotta watch some Yami Shibai together. Sorry, I was thinking about masks moving, and then my brain went, what? It just went there. In that sense, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide beneath them. Thinking about Yawarakai Kame, which is a great song and fun to sing at karaoke. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. Ah, but that itself is the essence of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root, like ogres. Relics like the one you hold often take unusual routes to where they end up. Relic? If it's from a Kamenkai cult from the 90s, then I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive as he was, Himasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me some other things about it. For instance? Like, why... Now I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place. Or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real. Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you. Oh yes, I know all about those things too. How could you know about that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. Do you, too, look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Yeah, it's just the void staring back, man. Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. Find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Most interesting. Tell me, detective... Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Haha, my mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself often have a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see? And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you any level of comfort? I mean, for me, personally, if someone told me that, I'd be like, haha, no, I'd rather be crazy. Not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? It's like I finally got a foothold on solid ground. Ah, yes. Knowledge is a light in dark places, is it not? Like, this guy. This guy is a light player. This dude's all about the light. To think a relic of such import would end up with a detective! Ha! Do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are lives controlled by fate? Pre-measured threads that determine our deeds, our wishes, and our ends the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, is our thread subject to the chaos inherent in our universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides threads of life are cut short and which are followed? Okay, so, in general, for me, I don't believe in fate. Like, I believe in fate in terms of, like, as consequence. And I believe in fate in terms of, like, natural conclusions, such as, like, mortality and things like that. But I do not believe in fate in the sort of, like, okay, shukume sense, like the idea of, like, a fated path for you or whatever, or anything like that. I just think the world is random chaos and just shit happens, and things happen because people do things, or things, you know, things happen as a consequence of other things happening, and, like, in that sense, fate is real, but I don't believe in fate in, like, the trite kind of, like, you know, religious way that it tends to be done. In this one, I'm interested to see where it's going with it, because this is a narrative. And so in that sense, for Ito, like herself, if you want to step back for a second and examine this with the fourth wall in view, is her story is predetermined. I mean, I'm sure there's multiple endings and stuff like that to this game, but, like, there are only a limited number of things that can happen to her in her life because she's on a track. She's in a story, and she's a character in a story. And since I'm not sure if the collector was referring to the mask puppeteering her, or if the collector is referring to us, the player, puppeteering her, it's kind of hard to tell which. So, I'm gonna go with my actual answer, that I think it's chance. Yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that since the mask came to me. You said the mask was made by the old comment guy. Why? Confusing me can't be the purpose it was made for. Ah, yes. A more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor? Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel it could shine a great deal of light on the subject. I'm gonna have to go back to Akiba and talk to, Atsushi. Although, I should be going to Jimbocho. Saying. What kind of book? A book of the missing variety! I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns, the Mask Bearer. Mask Bearer? That's, me, right? Although you carry it, does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. I would assume that the mask bearer would be the person wearing it. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go far. Meadow Hazard is right outside this building, in fact. As I said, it's not much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop. It's right outside? This won't take long. I'll be right back. Are we sure? Oh, I thought I was gonna have to go back to... Hey, Bruce. Need a book. The old tea shop next door? Isn't that place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Your conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street, on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. Might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. Possibly he's a little nuts. Then again, might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Aw man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something, and he's trained with some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spent a lot of time outside of it, and half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to look around. Nothing suspicious and nothing, just was curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old and all sorts of weird stuff lying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old and nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It's for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes. But I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. Bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. Still doesn't like to talk about it, but he's like in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the, ill-gotten book, and I get this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd and spent sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns, with the door unlocked. Customer came in and called an ambulance. Were for that, I'm not sure he'd still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Oh, my boy, I gotta go get nothing from my boy Daizo. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, took a book to him while he was in the hospital. I had to show him that even if he was at his lowest, someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped. For a minute, anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. Hope he's okay. He's got issues, but my little brother and I worry about him. Not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in the cheap part of town. Despite that, he's been holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he's got to do is sign some paper and move on, but he can't. Some better has his claws sunk deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef who can make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Besides, food stands is doing real well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daizo, right? Ha! You know him, small world! Probably a smile on my face threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him that the takoyaki stand's still the future of the cuisine, and he'd get his butt over here. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. No point going back empty-handed. Need to talk to the street vendor about the missing book. Oh, already done. Okay. Woo! Gonna go see my boy. Secret other wife is not being. What else I can do in here? Can I go see anybody else? Can't look with our special ones there. Right? Kobayashi's not around. Cool. Let's go talk to our boy. Hi, Ami. How can I help you today? Hey, Daizo. How are things? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows? It was pretty random. Huh, who'd have thought? So, is he still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine and you should go help him. Yep, you talked to Haruto, alright. Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? P.S. Sorry you once tried to kill yourself. Only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh. What makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups. Besides, that dolt's bringing me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently. After the rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot. He's running his mouth. Friggin' traitor. Huh. Those were just some, hard times. Nothing serious. Just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories, Daizo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of those ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait there a second. I may have it in the storeroom still. Dang it! Sorry, Amy, hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Ah, here it is. It's yours, Detective. Oh, it's the hottest new idols. Oh, Ruby. She goes by Ruby, I see. Who to look out for summer. Hey! Huh, no wonder I recognized that photo you brought by. It's the same girl! An idol named Ruby. Hina. No, Ruby. See? It says there right there on the cover. Pretty crazy it was still in my shop. Guess it means they're still looking for her, huh? Wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. Must have a pretty sharp nose. You say so, Daizo. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I start getting rid of this old stuff anyway. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daizo. And I don't care about fucking Tanaka. I want to hook up with, like, everybody. I'm like, aw, Daizo, I'll marry you. We'll make a new daughter, a better daughter, with blackjack and hookers. Oh, I wonder if I can say anything. Like, hey, saw your brother. Nope, guess not. Okay. Ah, welcome back, Detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Nana is the mask bearer you talked about? That's hard to believe. Why? Why would that be hard to believe for you? Does it surprise you? After all, it is she who you see in the dark, is it not? Dark? That's what the collector called it too. How'd Nana get tied up in all this? I only know that somehow the girl's path and the masks collided, as if by chance. Well, what circumstances led to this interaction are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures. But that book and the girl are as much a part of the history as the rest. You can see he's got, like, TV static over him. and also, like we're both breathing, which is kind of weird, but maybe it's floating. The threads that connect the past and the present, people to each other, are not always apparent. But peel back the layers of connection and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, a tool they created, and the detective who now holds it all, forming a neat and tidy line. Nana was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell of some cult. It doesn't add up. I mean, you could be both. On that, detective, we can agree. So, why don't we start at the beginning? How the mask ceased to be a mere object. Story, it starts in ancient times in the year 1333. At the time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cyclical, and like so many before them and so many after, their time of peace came to an end. The Nita clan, loyal to the Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Just went to go see a suicidal person. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. However, the Hojo and Nita clans, embroiled in their quest for empire, could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, a religious sect known as the Kamenkai. It is said that in the flames of Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories by the name of Chikako Shichijo, last survivor of the... I'm trying to think if I've ever known a Shichijo before. I've known Kujos, I've known Tojos, I've known, like, Rujos, I've known Kajo, I've known... I think that's it. I don't think I've ever gotten a 7. Okay. So whatever the Kamenkai were trying to do, they failed? I mean, they all died, right? No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly according to Keikaku. Chikako Shichijo did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? Receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded. To become the first mask bearer. Mask bearer? Kamenkai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why? Legend has it the Kamenkai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning, a place where cause and effect could be changed. Why? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. For a mortal mind, obsessed with the finality of death and the meaningless accomplishment, such powers would corrupt absolutely. Power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control and see within the darkness. It's true. All of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Some doors, no matter how strong they call to us, are not meant to be opened, and the Kamenkai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The mask opens the mind to all who come in contact, but is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way into the dark, just like the Collector said. The only thing I don't know is how Elena is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamenkai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Kamenkai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. There were many theories. That the police killed them during the raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult had snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within police records, and though I remain curious, it's not something I have access to. What are you, like, bound here? Somebody put up those little, like, fucking, the rope with the, paper on it? You can't get out of here? Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the common guy might help light your path to the truth. Though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? I've spent I've spent a long time here. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, Detective. Bye. Okay. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yoshihisa casually laid out everything that I've been experiencing, like he was reading it out of a book. Mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth. Interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era, but it's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Nena. Can't see it. The bridge between Kamakura Samurai and a young girl. He said Nena fit into the story. She's a mask bearer? But how? Yasuhisa, the collector. Thought when I'd met them I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly. My intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? It turns to night, the hours bleed into each other, even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Ugh, my head. Maybe I should take my medication? Possible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understanding the mask. And Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamenkai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull a file. It'll still be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that can happen? I should hit the police HQ and see what I can find. Need my baby girl Saki. Are we just, like, fine with, like, the fucking helpful ghost? Yasuhisa, the friendly tea ghost. Now we can go to police HQ. Saki, what's up, girl? What's up, baby girl? Hi, friend. Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. Funny. Me and some of the other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets on how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame. Coming in here now lost me Yaman. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament, and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you, in other words, aren't allowed in HQ right now, so what do you want? Oh man, this just keeps getting better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might someday. So, what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker, steal your gun back for you? I think I still have my gun. Like I'd do anything for you. Whereas I've already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do any favors from here on out if I were you. I'd rather not people see us talking, think we're all friendly or something. Get out before I have to call someone down here. Let me talk to my friend. Let me talk to Saki. Saki's being mean to me. Saki-chan. Oh. Hey Saki, look the other way a second. I'm gonna beat up Taira. Oh, I thought I was gonna... Hey, stop! What the hell do you think you're doing? Stay where you are, Taira. You too, Saki. Ayami? Shit, you really are as crazy as they say. You know that? If you think I'm gonna keep this quiet, you're wrong. Shut up, Taira. Saki, I need you to do exactly as I say. Sure, Hito, whatever you say. Go and look up a file for me. What file? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on a compound belonging to a cult called the Kamenkai. I need a copy of the police report and anything else on record. It's gonna take me a little while to run the search, so don't do anything rash, Hito, please. Hell, you're serious, aren't you? Maybe you should put the gun down and we'll talk about it. Two adults, detective to detective. Guess you don't see me as a detective until a gun's to your head, huh? You always were lousy at dealing with people, Taira. March 4th, 1996, I found it, Hito, but I can't protect you this time, Ayami. Why would you do something like this? This isn't the Ayami I know. There's no way I can look the other way with this. You know that, don't you? I know. Copy that report on a USB and place it on the counter. Taira, get down on your knees. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you if you stay put. No sudden movements. Don't try anything. Trust me, I know all the tricks a lot better than you do. I'm gonna grab the USB off the counter and leave. That's it! Don't come after me, Taira. Until you stormed into a police station, held the detective and a staff member hostage, and stole files. Exactly what outcome do you expect here? I won't come after you now, but someday cops will catch up with you. Someday soon. Taira's right, of course. There's no way I'm staying a free woman for long. How this will all end, I don't know, but I know they won't catch me. I know how this department works too well and its deficiencies. If I keep moving and I don't stay in one place too long, I'll be alright. For now, at least. I got what I came for, I need to move. Whatever. Fuck Taira. I wanted to just go nuts. I was tired of being nice and I just wanted to fucking lose it. Alright. That's it for this week. I will see everybody later. I guess I can check. Okay, I'm now officially unprofessional. Whatever. I don't really care about that. I am shaken, so I guess I should probably up my sanity a little bit so I'm a little bit more stable. But my neuroses is real far down. I'm relaxed as fuck. I'm meticulous as fuck. My investigation 69, nice. But yeah, alright, cool. Okay, everybody, I'll see you next time when I bid a tearful goodbye to my cat, and talk to you later. I'm sure there's another way that I could have done that, but, like, seriously, sometimes I just want to do shit and be angry, you know? And I've had a really rough week at work last week, and that's kind of how I feel. Is just like, fuck everybody, and just let me do my own shit. So anyway, thanks guys, I'll talk to you later, see you soon. Bye!